My name is Arama Jesuwabo, and I'm joining you from Nigeria. I'm the founder of Moms Who Code. We are a group for women, especially moms, learning how to code. So aside that, we also have a program called the Digital Women Bootcamp, which is a vehicle by which we empower women who are keen on developing tech skills. So whether moms who are returning to work life or women who are from non-traditional backgrounds coming into tech, as well as women who just want to gain digital literacy skills. So in the short way, that's what Moms Who Code is about. And it's really a privilege to have Deep Learning AI represented by Godwin France here today to tell us or to show us how to write better AI prompts. So if you were in the last session, I'm sure that you already have a background. And if you're just joining for the first time, I do believe that you'll be able to gain something from this session. So thank you so much for joining us. I will be handing over to Godwin now.
Hi, Agama. Thanks so much for that brief introduction. Moms Who Code, thank you for hosting us today. And so this is a continuation from what we had last week, as you said. So last week, we just quickly went through the history of artificial intelligence, where we started from all the way from the 50s to where we are right now. And we couldn't demonstrate anything, we couldn't show any demonstration last week. So we planned that this week, we're going to have a bit of demonstration so that those who have not seen what we're talking about, from ChatGPT to Midjourney, can have a visual representation of what we're talking about. So it doesn't look all abstract. Like I said, I'm going to apologize once again. I'm having a very bad technology day. I'm not using my personal computer, so some of my tools are misplaced along the way. So we're going to see if we're going to have fun. But thanks once again for joining. Jan Ravnik. Michela, where are you from? Are you from Italy? So we have Nigeria, Italy. Michela, great.
Yeah, yes, from Italy.
From Italy, great.
Yeah.
I can see some names from India here as well. So we have Ghana, Nigeria, Italy. I can see Jan Ravnik.
Slovenia.
India.
Slovenia.
Awesome. Great having you here. Ostap Turansky.
I'm from Ukraine.
Ukraine. Wow. Hope we don't know what we're gonna say. Hope you are safe out there.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay. Great. Awesome. Putin should hold ceasefire and let's have peace in the world. Yeah. Awesome. Great having you here and everybody else. This is a non-technical session. We're just going to run through some major platforms out there. And like I said, I'm not using my PC, so we're going to try to maximize the time. And if you're an expert here, you can also chime in anytime, and so that we can have diverse opinion on what we're doing. Great. So foremost, okay, let's quickly look at this. So last week we touched on, let's do a quick overview. I'm going to share my screen now. Great. I hope you can see my screen.
Yes.
Awesome. So this was our last week presentation. We looked at the Pope image, and we said that we all agree that due to where we are right now in the world, we have to question everything. Because when I also saw this picture at first, I thought it was a real picture until I got to discover that it was artificially generated. So we agreed last week that we have to question everything we see on the internet going forward. And we ran through the history. Then we also agreed that artificial intelligence or large language models are not magic box. They are just a bunch of if and else at the background. We defined artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning, or the hierarchy. Then we focused on generative AI, which we're going to be looking at in depth today. Then we looked at some major platforms for generative AIs. So if you're a programmer, you should be looking at GitHub Copilot from Microsoft. If you're a writer or you need a tool to help you write and run other kind of search and queries, you can use Bard from Google, or ChatGPT, the most popular one. or you can also use Bing. Bing search engine also runs on OpenAI's platform as well. Then we also looked at spoke about Midjourney, Adobe Firefly, and DALL-E 2 for image. So if you're into image generations, these are the tools that can help you generate images. And Synthesia for video generative AI. So this was some of the things we did last week. Then we looked at some few other examples. That's me at the highest peak in West Africa. Good. So this is what I'm coming to. So one of the techniques you should learn or know how to use when it comes to generative AI is called a few shot learning. Sometimes I say it's kind of like how am I going to say it? I don't want to say pre-training, but you prompt the platform how you want it to respond to your questions. So that what few shot learning does. So in this example that we have here, we have peppermint. So we're doing a translation from English to French. So the first prompt we give it peppermint, and we tell it that format it this way and give us a French version of peppermint. My French is not that good, so I'm not going to attempt to menthe prevail. I don't know. Yeah, we are surrounded by French countries, but unfortunately, my French is very bad. So you can also have the desert cactus. It will give you the French version. Then you have potato. Then you tell it, I want the French version in this way. So we give it 3 examples. Then the subsequent example, we prompt, but when I say prompt, we give it what to do, an input prompt. We give it lipstick. Then we expect it to give us the output in the same format we've already instructed it to do. So this is the technique that's called few shot learning. I see people using ChatGPT, but they don't know how to use it. And we've seen where people just copy and paste the results ChatGPT gives them, which is a very bad practice. So you have to proofread whatever results you get from ChatGPT. So we learned that large language models can be used for chat, copywriting, translations, summarization, poems, and all of that. So these are all the areas you can use it for. And it's not going to replace you, but you can use it as a tool. So large language model should be a tool that you use. Then we also touched on, you should be careful of hallucination and plagiarism, especially ChatGPT. Once again, it can give you false answers that you didn't even ask it for. So it can hallucinate its answers. Then it doesn't give you references as well. So if you want references, you can use Bing. Bing does so well when it comes to referencing. So then we look at some of the jobs that can incorporate ChatGPT or large language models as it is. And we said teachers can use it, programmers can use it, lawyers. And we said if you can build a large language model for just lawyers in your country, I think it's a space that you can explore so that you don't use fake information that don't exist. And if you're looking to go into AI design or programming or whatever career path, you can become an AI developer, AI architect, business intelligence as well, data scientist. So you can explore these spaces. Can quickly take a screenshot. I'm just doing a brief recap. Then, of course, our lead platform, that's Deep Learning AI, is where you can get all the learning tools you need. So if you're just starting off in artificial intelligence, you want to learn more, kindly go to deeplearning.ai and all the tools you need. Some courses are free, some are paid for. And I believe my supervisor is going to send you a link where you can get up to 50% discount on the courses you take on the deeplearning.ai platform. So yeah, so today we're going to be, so that's it for from last week. Let's jump into what we're going to be looking at today. Screen, okay, screen has stopped. Great. So today we're going to look practically how can we prompt. But let's look at Midjourney first. I want us to explore generative AI in terms of image generation. So where is that? So Midjourney doesn't have their own platform. They are using currently, let me share my screen once again. So currently, if you want to use Midjourney to generate images like that of the Pope, you have to go to a platform called Discord. So Midjourney has plugged into Discord to generate to use for their image generation. So we spoke about generative AI, it being you giving the computer or the platform a prompt, you tell it what you want, and it's going to generate what you've described to it. So I once asked someone a question, if prompt engineering is a real thing. And he said, yes, prompt engineering is a real thing. But I think personally, prompt engineering is not real, because at the end of the day, as AI platforms get better, we're going to have more user-friendly interface. The UI and the UX is going to get better, and you don't need to look for cheat code and everything. But as you keep prompting, as you keep using it, you get better at it. So Midjourney, what is Midjourney? Midjourney is what we use to generate the Pope's image that we saw earlier on. And it's a very fantastic platform to generate all kinds of images that you want out there. And so as I said, it's on Discord for now. You can only use it on Discord. So you go to discord.com. You can install Discord on your phone and on your PC. This is a desktop view I'm using right now. I'm not using my PC. So this is a web view instead. So let's explore what other people, it's not free. I mean, a series of events happened, so they had to take off the free tier away. So right now, if you want to use Midjourney to generate images, you have to use the $10 per month plan. I don't know if they've changed the price, but the last time I checked, it was $10. So if you have $10 to spare for work or for whatever you want to use it for, Midjourney is your go-to platform. I'm sorry if I'm not admitting you. The setting is quite different. All right. So now we're on Midjourney. So what are we looking at? So let's look at what other people are doing on Midjourney. So when you go to Midjourney, let's see where we can start from here. So when you go to Midjourney, if you look at on the left-hand side, you go to the place called Newbies 4 or Newbies 34. Let's go into Newbies 34 and let's see what other people are doing. All right, so my internet's a bit slow. All right, so let's look at this example. This person says Judith Grimes standing holding a rake on a black background, AR 16:9, and a bunch of codes. So this is the prompt this user gave Midjourney on the Discord platform, and this is the result he or she got. So you can see how it works. So this is how Midjourney works. It's straightforward. So like I said, there's no free version. You have to pay $10 to use it. And we can see so many things that others are generating. So this one says, Candice White Adley from Japanese cartoon. So this is giving of the 1980s. So this is a prompt. You enter a prompt and Midjourney gives you a close view of what you're looking for. So this is a result of what a person prompted. And we can look at more prompts again. Looking at more prompts. Another one here says luxury, showcase, tabletop, simple, modern. So in a nutshell, this is how Midjourney works to generate images. I'm just giving you a visual cue of how it works. And if you're into image generation and you want to explore more on this space, so you can come to the platform and play around with it for just $10 a month. And another platform you can use is the Adobe Firefly. But I also learned a trick not long ago that you can actually use ChatGPT to generate this image prompt as well. So now let's roll over to ChatGPT and let's see how we can use ChatGPT to generate prompts in this regard. All right, so let's switch over to ChatGPT. So this is my personal ChatGPT. I hope you don't see what some of the things I'm looking at I'll be searching for on the sidebar. All right, so before you can use ChatGPT prompts to generate images, this is something I just learned recently. I'm going to share this document with you at the end of the day. It's a Google file that I've compiled a number of links that I share. Okay, someone has raised their hands up. Okay, please.
I can see your ChatGPT screen.
Okay.
That's not sharing yet.
Sorry about that. All right, let me share my screen again. Can you see now?
Yes.
Awesome, thank you. So this is a document I shared with a group last week, and I'm going to share it again to everybody that signed up. So to use ChatGPT to generate images, this is what you have to do. You have to copy this code. So you're telling it that ChatGPT, I want you to become an image generating platform for me. So what do we have here? You are an image prompt generator. First, ask me for a description for an image and help me fill the following. So this is an example. I'm going to copy this, head over to ChatGPT. I'm going to start a new prompt here. Let's do that again. I go back to the resources. I'm going to right click, copy, head over to ChatGPT. ChatGPT is free to use. Control V. So I'm pasting the prompt on the ChatGPT prompt input field, and I press enter or the button here. So this is a feedback ChatGPT has given us. So can anyone tell us what we should ask ChatGPT for? You can just quickly unmute yourself and tell me what to ask ChatGPT to generate for us. Image generation. Agama, do you want to try?
Okay. A mom with a baby working on a computer.
A mom with a
Holding
baby.
a baby and working on a computer.
All right, let's see how that's going to come out. So remember, ChatGPT is not programmed. We are just forcing ChatGPT to work as an image generator, but it's not what it's been programmed to do. But let's see the hack that someone came up with. A mom with a baby working behind a computer. A mom with a baby working behind a computer. Is that it? Is that fine?
Yes, a mom with a baby working behind a computer. I think that's fine.
All right, so now we press enter and let's see what will happen. All right, so let's see. Now we wait. Okay. So if you don't have your $10 per month to use Midjourney, this is what a hack someone came up with using ChatGPT, which was actually not designed to do this, but someone has found a way to. So you have to enter that input code first that I showed you. So this is the code. I'm going to send a document to everybody, or let me see if I can enter it in the let's see if I can put it in the chat field here. All right, so those who can't wait, I've put it in the chat field. You can start playing with it whilst we wait for the email to come and you have. So basically, so straightforward. So this is generative AI in a nutshell. We prompt the platform what we want to see, and it generates it for us. So a platform like Midjourney, you can play around it. You can say, oh, okay, I want the mom to be a Black woman because you're a Black person and you want to use the content for maybe a Black audience. So you can prompt the skin tone and you can give it more example. But ChatGPT is not that, like I said, it's not designed to do this, but it's a workaround that we found to manipulate it to do this. So this is an example of using ChatGPT for image generation. Also, any question? We're moving on. Let's try and make it interactive a little.
Okay, so right now, it seems like pollination.ai is actually based on ChatGPT, right?
No, so pollination.ai is, I think, the platform that is generating the image and is being fed into ChatGPT. If you go to pollination.ai, you can't run any prompt there. The next thing we have to look at, if you are totally new to image to prompt generation, we have a document here. I have a document I'm going to share with you. It gives you, if you're totally new to image generation and you want to use for your work, your daily work, productivity. Can you see my screen, please?
Yes, it's visible. Yes.
Great. So if you need prompt examples on how to run different prompts, there's a document I'm going to share with you for productivity, for business, copywriting, health, for coding. So this is going to give you examples of. So once again, like we mentioned last week, there are no perfect prompts. there are no perfect prompts. The more you use these platforms, the better you're going to get at it. So there's no need to go pay for any prompt engineering course, like I mentioned earlier. You just keep getting better at it. And I'm going to show you one hack that I use. I do apply for grants and scholarship, maybe job applications. I'm going to show you one example I also use as well. So which one do you think we should use? Any example so let's look at productivity. Okay, so if you're new and you want to generate content in the area for productivity, so you can come to the productivity tab, generate content idea, maybe a social media person. So this is an example of prompt that's been given to you already. All right, so you can just copy any of the ideas here. Let's copy the last one here. We're working with ChatGPT for now. All right, so we'll come to ChatGPT. Let's open a new tab. And we paste. So can you give me ideas for a podcast about mental health, perhaps covering topics like self-care, therapy, and mindfulness? So you have to give it as much information as possible. Don't let it assume too many information for you. Feed it as much information as possible. If you have data, so this is a free version. For the 4.0, which is a paid version, which is $20 per month, you can do so much more. You can attach your files, you can do data analysis, you can do so much more. But for the free version, which is fine for most basic for most basic activities, you can try this as well. These are prompts we're looking at. So let's extract and let's see what will happen. We are using ChatGPT to generate ideas in terms of productivity. So this is what it can do. It will help you out generate all the things that you might need. Some of them you might not need it. That's why I said that you should proofread. Always proofread the prompt you are giving it. So ChatGPT is done, generated. It's giving us 12 points that we can use for mindfulness. Now, let's look at another platform. Let's not focus on ChatGPT alone. Let's look at Google's Bard. So this is Google Bard as well. So you go to bard.google.com. So on this platform, it does the same thing as ChatGPT-2 as well. So let's prompt Google Bard and see what to tell us. The same information. Voila. So Google Bard does the same thing. But the good thing about Google Bard also is that it has a speaker option. You can play back. You can use your voice. You can use your voice to prompt. So if you don't want to type, you can use the microphone option and just like Google search, you can give it the input prompt via your voice. You can also listen to the outputs. You can attach a JPEG. So I also use Bard for image to text translation. It doesn't work all the time. Maybe you have a picture and you want to copy all the text in the image. Maybe it's in JPEG format or PNG. You can use Bard to achieve that as well. So you can just attach the JPEG file and it's going to extract all the text in the JPEG and give it to you in text format. So that's also one way I use Google Bard as well. So then there is Microsoft. There's a Bing, Microsoft Bing search. Let's see if we can look at that as well. So Bing is very good in the sense that it can reference, it can give you, so you come to the chat, it can give you reference to what it's talking about. Let's go to the chat option. So let's give it the same prompts as we gave the previous platforms. So it's going to take a while. All right. Continue. So remember, like I said, Google Bard gives you reference from where it's getting its information from. So if you look down here, it's giving us extra links to where it pulled the information from. Unfortunately, ChatGPT doesn't do this Bing can do it if you ask it for it, but Bard can do if you ask it for it, but Google, Microsoft Bing does it effortlessly. So this is one platform you can use. So I think, yeah. Any more questions, please? I'm seeing some questions in the chat. Great. Okay.
I think that you created a group. I think you created a group the last time.
Yes, I have a group. I have a WhatsApp group.
Yeah, so
I have a WhatsApp broadcast list if you don't want to be in a group where I broadcast. Next 2 weeks, we'll be having a session with how to monetize AI. I'm having a guest. I'm going to invite a guest. He's in the US. He's running a course on how to monetize AI. I do free stuff, but he's showing you how to monetize your AI platform. So I'm going to send a link to join the group and all of that. And I'm going to keep everybody updated on everything. So yes, there'll be a group. I'm going to send that as well. Now, let's go to earlier this morning, I was applying for an internship for a blockchain program and internship on the Ethereum network. So this is how I use ChatGPT to achieve such things. So most often, ChatGPT is just a tool. ChatGPT is just a tool for you to use. It doesn't have to do everything for you. So mostly, what I do. Okay, this is how my workflow is. This is how my workflow is. So if I'm writing something, maybe an application to a company, first of all, I go to the company's website and I copy their about us, our mission, our vision. I copy all those information and put them in a document. So because ChatGPT is not connected to the internet, that is the 3.5, it's not connected to the internet, it can't run online searches for you. So what I do, I go to the website, I gather all this information, then I feed it to ChatGPT so that it can have an information about the company I'm about to apply to. But if you don't want to do that, let's say it's too much work for you, you can use Google's Bard to achieve that as well. So you can come to Google Bard and you can say, let's say, what? Give me a website. Anybody can give me a website, maybe on the chat or something. Great. So what you can do is you want to write maybe to a company, to an organization. So what you do is that what I usually do is that I go to the company's website, let's say openai.com, and I'll tell Bard to summarize. So what Bard is going to do is since Bard is connected to the internet, it's able to summarize online platforms. So I just hit enter and let's see what it's going to do. Good. Now it does this sometimes. Sometimes it tells you this. Let's see. Go ahead and summarize. Okay, Bard is proving stubborn today. It's very interesting. It does this sometimes. It's still an experimental platform, so be patient with it. Let's try it again and see what it's going to say. All right, that's okay. It's putting me on a hotspot. All right, let me try my website, lenira.org. Summarize this website. So I think Bard has been refined and it's no more responding to this query. Very good, not a problem. Let's go to Bing and see if Bing can do the same thing. I just want to show you a simple hack that I use for my workflow. Let's see if Google, Microsoft Bing can do the job for us. All right, so Bing did a job for us, but it gave us a very simplified description. So if that's okay, so what I do, so once I get this summary, I'll copy it. I'll come to ChatGPT and I'll say company profile or company name. Company name, open AI. Then I paste the summary I got. I can call it profile. So what I'm basically doing is that I'm letting ChatGPT know about the company I'm about to apply to. So now, because it's not trained on all the data, most current data, or maybe it doesn't even have the data on their website or the company organization you're about to interact with, but you want it to maybe to help you to write a grant or anything in that regard, or maybe an application to the company. And I can say, okay, write a cover letter to Open AI. This is not an enough information. All right. So what I do is I will tell it I have a background in telecom engineering. How do you spell engineering again? So what I'm trying to do is that I'm giving it as much information to work with. So see it as a calculator. You're feeding it with as much information that you want it to work with. So don't just let it run wide and do all the work for you. So feed it as many information. Please take note, if you're working with a company, if you're working with an organization, a corporate organization, you have to be careful. You have to hash sensitive information. Don't feed it with your company data and all of that. So please be careful in that regard. If not, you'll be feeding big organizations with your company data. Although OpenAI said they don't keep this information, but we can't really trust these big tech companies. So I can say, let me just give it false information. I love art and culture. I run Pi and AI in Accra, Ghana. I think it's enough information, but if you want what you want, you feed it with as much information that you need, that you have, and it's going to do the job for you. So like we all agreed on last week, kindly proofread it. It's giving you a template with some of the information you gave it to work with, and you have to proofread it. You have to proofread it, change some tenses. So what I usually do is that I have access to a premium version of QBot. So QBot can help you paraphrase your work. So I copy everything here, move it to QBot. It's rearrange the sentences, change some synonyms, do some synonyms and antonyms. Then I have something much better to work with. So someone asked a question last week: are there platforms that can detect if a content was generated by an AI platform? The answer is yes and no. No, in the sense that even OpenAI themselves tried creating such a platform, but they discontinued it. They said it wasn't working for them. But some other people have also saying that they can detect if your write-up was generated by an AI platform. So do well to proofread, change some tenses, add your own writing style, and you'll be on your way to becoming a better writer. So I think that should be it. I'm sorry for my tardiness in presentation today. I'm a bit uncomfortable. I'm not using my main computer to work. Someone asked if there's anything for graphics. Yes, I'm going to send you all the documents. There's DALL-E. This is by OpenAI. It's also free. I'm not signed in. It's going to take me some time to sign in. So you can try it. So it's also used for image generation. It's not necessarily graphic design, but you can. One of my favorite prompts is a monkey riding a horse. DALL-E 2 is not as powerful as Midjourney, but it's doing its best. And so let's see what result it's going to give us. So here you are. Here's a monkey riding a horse. Different formats. Give us 4 examples. So these are examples. These are image generation platforms that you can try. But if you are a graphic designer and you use Adobe, you can use the Adobe Firefly or Adobe Express. I'm going to send you all the links. And we also have Foops. There's also Facebook. Facebook also have an open Llama. If you're a developer, there's an open source for Facebook, but Facebook also is working on an image generation. And this is Facebook version of image generation. It's also free. It's open source and it's free. So you can use the Facebook version also to generate images as well. And yeah, I think basically that should be about it for today. Sorry once again for my tardiness. Yeah, question time. Questions, please. Okay, it's question time. The floor is open for anyone who wants to ask questions. I'm sweating. Yeah. Michela, Eugenia, if your camera is on, I can call you. You want to contribute, you want to ask questions. Thank you for joining our session today. Sorry for my tardiness. Monetizing, just give us how to do it shortly. Sarah, I'm not quite getting your question. Monetizing, just give us how to do it shortly. I'm not the host for that session. I'm inviting someone who has a training program, a training platform. If you want to use AI to generate a business, yes, I mentioned it. So that will be in 2 weeks from now, hopefully. I'm still talking to him. He has a course coming up, how to monetize AI. So if you run an agency or you want to know how to use AI to generate income, side hustle, or as part of your business, I think he has that covered. So we're gonna have a discussion with him, and he's going to touch more on it. So that will happen in 2 weeks from now. I'm going to send the notice, the invite to everybody who signed up to this session. I hope that answers your question, Sarah.
Can I ask you something? You told about a WhatsApp group. Do you have the link, or because I missed last class, I really want to be part of it?
Sure, awesome. I'm going to send you the link. I'm going to send you the documents. If you registered, it's all going to be the follow-up email I'm going to send to you so that you can, you can join.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Where are you joining from, Eugenia?
I'm from Argentina.
Argentina,
Patagonia.
Lionel
Right,
Messi.
south.
Lionel Messi, great.
Of course.
All right.
Yep.
Awesome.
This is my first class here, so I'm really glad. It was awesome. Anyways, don't worry about the movement and all the things you say, because I didn't notice. Don't worry.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So
any questions? So we wrap up. Contributions, you want to say something? Kindly send recording of the session. Okay. I'm going to do that.
Yes, I would. Yes, I agree with you to work on the description on the company in the covering the letter. But I think it's also important to work on the job description. That's what I require it.
If I got you right, you said I should work on the job description.
Yeah, okay. You showed an example. You show you have a description of the company, and then you ask to write a covering letter. But I think if you search a job, it's also important to work out on the job description.
Yes, great. So what I usually do is, if I'm applying to a job, I'll copy the job description, everything about the job. I'll copy everything.
Because in your example, you work out only on the company description, and I think it's also okay. Perhaps okay.
Yes. So I copy the job description, I copy the company profile, what they do and everything, and I give it to ChatGPT that this is the company profile I'm about to apply to. So it has that information. Then I also give it my own information as well. That is what I do. This is my job. This is what I want to do. This is what I can do. So write a cover letter for me using this information, applying for this particular job. So now ChatGPT has a little bit information about what I'm trying to achieve, and it's going to help me generate all the information that I need. All I have to do is to just proofread it and edit it and put it in a PDF format and send it out. Yeah. Great. So if no more questions, I think we're going to wrap it up here. Merols, you want to say something? Your camera is on. Yeah.
Yeah, hi. My name is Miriam. Okay.
Miriam.
Yeah, I would like, do you have any recommendations if you like to analyze text, or if you like to cluster, how to better write prompts for clustering large data sets?
Yes, to work on a large data set, you more likely have to use the ChatGPT 4.0. So that's a premium version. So with the premium version, you can, if your data set is attached to maybe an Excel spreadsheet or PDF, it can analyze all the information in those documents. It can read your documents, and based on that, it can do the analysis for you. So the free version can't do that, but the premium version can. So you might want to consider subscribing to $20 per month, ChatGPT 4. Can give it a try and see how it works. And yes, then you can have your data analyzed. Yeah.
Okay. Great. How to write those prompts? So few shot learning, is that much better? Does that work much better? How would you grade it prompt wise?
Okay, so few shot learning is just telling it what you want, expecting it from it. So you're telling the platform that this is how I want you to respond, and this is how I want you to behave. So you can also go into role playing. You can say, okay, ChatGPT, you are a data analyst for an analytic firm, or let's say what are some of the big four, Ernst & Young or KPMG. So you give it a job description. You tell it, ChatGPT, you are a data analyst at KPMG, and I want you to analyze this data. So you let it to you. So what we do is, it's called role playing. You give it a role to play. So you give it a role. So one of my roles in one of the companies I work for, I'm the growth lead marketer. So I usually tell it that, ChatGPT, you're the growth lead marketer. Generate content on partnership deal for this company. Obviously, I've fed it with information about the company, like we discussed earlier on. So it has information about the company. And now it's going to tell me what it can do, and it's going to generate the information. So you give it a role and a definite description of what you want it to do. Great. Awesome. All right. I think, any more questions? So we've almost exhausted an hour.
Can I ask you, when you say give a role, you say like pretend you are a copywriter, or pretend you are a, I don't know, somebody who knows a lot about something.
What do you do?
Like you give it a shop.
What do you do, if you don't mind?
I'm working in communication for a startup.
What's your job description? Like, what's your title, your job title?
I don't have a job title. It's
okay.
Like I'm everywhere. I do translations. Awesome. I do writing for the company.
You don't necessarily have to tell it to imagine. Just give it a specific job description, because it has been trained on so many information. So whatever description, you can tell it, you are the president of the United States of America. So come up with a campaign plan or something. Yes. So give it a specific role, and it's going to act that role for you.
And you tell the specifics, like I need to be formal or...
Yes, so you can give it the kind of adjective. You can tell it to write in a first person order, write in a second person, write in a third person order. So you can give it as much information as you want. So that's the first mistake most people have in using this platform, is that they give it too many space to work with. And when you give it too much blank space, it's going to generate what it wants to generate. So but when you give it a role, a description, and you narrow it down, and it's going to help you as much as possible to generate as close as much as possible what you're looking out for. I think we'll have to run this session again. Yeah, I think my tardiness is getting in my way. Maybe I'm going to look for an expert in the community, deep learning AI expert, and I'm going to come better prepared again. I'm going to invite everybody to join the session in prompt writing, and we'll run it over the session again. So I'm very sorry once again for my tardiness, and I'll look forward to seeing you again. All right, so if no further question, you can write to me my email, and we'll get back to you. We'll follow up in the email. So thank you so much. Mamsokode, over to you.
Thank you so much, Godwin, for that fantastic session. Thank you for the prompts, and thank you for the knowledge that you have shared. I believe everyone enjoyed the session, and we'll be expecting to get the link to the WhatsApp group in the documentation you will send after this event. And so everyone, thank you very much for joining us today. We hope to see you next time when we call. Bye-bye.